This One's Wife. I met Diana. You didn't. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. This One's Wife channels Diana, or perhaps more accurately, cosplays as her. Why does she do this? First of all, Diana embodies what This One's Wife wants to be. Beautiful, elegant, adored by millions around the globe, seen as empathic and caring. This One's Wife similarly believes that she is magnetically and radiantly beautiful, charming, that people see her as kind and empathic, and that she ought to be adored by millions around the globe. Therefore, she believes that she is Diana 2.0, and with the narcissistic acquisition of character traits, she regularly dresses in a similar way to that of Diana, Princess of Wales, to make it seem as if she is like her. This isn't simple admiration for Diana. Indeed, there isn't any actual admiration from This One's Wife. It's not that she looks at Diana and thinks, you were a hero to so many people, I want to emulate your good works because that's a good thing. No, This One's Wife wants to be like her, not because she cares, but because she wants to have what Diana had. She wants to have her charm, her beauty, her popularity. She wants that adoration. It isn't because she wants to do good works, it's simply born out of envy. She saw what Diana had, and she wants that too. And therefore, in the deluded mind of This One's Wife, she thinks that if she behaves in a similar way to Diana, dresses like Diana, wears perfume that Diana wore, all of this will make everybody believe that she is Diana 2.0, and the very things that she believes that she's entitled to, adoration, etc., will follow. The second aspect, of course, is to control Harry by triangulating him with his dead mother, by talking about her and portraying her to him. To the soft-headed Harry, this causes him to think, oh look, my wife cares because she takes an interest in my mother. He is a damaged individual, and what he fails to understand is that in actual fact his wife is using a vulnerability of his against him. He is unable to see this. Thus, this is what This One's Wife does when she utilizes this cosplaying of Diana. She takes the character traits for the purposes of trying to control a worldwide audience, and then more specifically behaves this way to replicate her husband's dead mother. And we now see a clip from This One's Wife's appearance on the Drew Barrymore talk show, where Drew Barrymore steals a march on This One's Wife, and This One's Wife's reaction to this is very interesting indeed. Let's have a look at the clip.
Oh, that's beautiful. Nice to meet you, Meg. Oh my gosh. Look at your little face. Oh, that's so sweet. That is so special. I mean, you had it here. Oh.
I was lucky enough to.
That's really special.
It means so much to me to have met such an incredible human being that transcended everything. It was the honor of my life.
Oh my gosh. Well, I will tell H that for sure. And yeah,
Okay. Cool. Okay, please watch her amazing new show.
Drew Barrymore, as one guest called Meg leaves, presents This One's Wife with a framed picture of her and Diana, Princess of Wales, presumably taken at the premiere of E.T., judging by the fact it looks like Steven Spielberg is in the background. Drew Barrymore is holding a E.T. cuddly toy, which I think she's presenting to Diana. And what is the reaction of This One's Wife? Not to ask, oh, what were the circumstances of this picture? But to go, oh my God. Yeah, that is the initial reaction. And then look at your little face. Brilliant. So insightful. That is the reaction that This One's Wife generates when she's presented with this picture. Yet, there's more. she continues by saying, "That's so sweet, that's so special, and that you had it here." She once again brushes her hair out of the way, those long straggly strands getting in the way, as Drew Barrymore holds up the picture so that the audience can see it also. They obligingly provide applause. Now, at this point, Drew Barrymore basically states it was a very special thing for her to meet Diana. It transcended everything. It was the most memorable moment of her life. This is all said with feeling, and she's speaking to this one's wife as she says this. This is hugely problematic for this one's wife because, as I mentioned earlier, it isn't the case that this one's wife actively adores Diana. She utilizes her. She doesn't think anything of her other than she can be utilized for the pursuit of the prime aims. This, as ever, is done subconsciously. The praise that Drew Barrymore offers in relation to Diana, and she's clearly enthused and speaks with real emotion, even though it's many years after the event, some probably over 40 years ago. The fact is that irritates this one's wife. It irritates this one's wife. Why? Because she's talking about Diana. She's praising Diana. She's not praising this one's wife. As you know from her shitty show, the stooge friends were there to repeatedly praise her about her fashion choices, her fashion style, her cooking, her baking. That's so good. That's gorgeous. Here, when the non-intimate secondary source that is Drew Barrymore speaks highly about Diana, this one's wife couldn't give a rat's ass because it's not directed at her. Yes, she's talking to her, but because Drew Barrymore is talking about somebody else, this is actually causing a problem for this one's wife because it's not talking about her. The narcissist can't stand other people to be in the limelight. And you might think that this one's wife, being such an apparent admirer of Diana, would be delighted that Drew Barrymore would reference this. But she's not. Because it isn't the case that she admires Diana, she just uses Diana. And furthermore, when Drew Barrymore is talking about Diana, she's not talking about this one's wife. So it's a threat to her control. And you'll notice the reaction of this one's wife. As you heard, the reaction of this woman in her 40s is to say, "Oh my gosh, I'll tell H for sure. Yeah, that's it. Oh my gosh, I'll tell H for sure." Pathetic. And the reason she reacts like that is because she's empty. She can't stand the fact that Diana is being spoken about because it's not about her. And you would think that if she truly did admire Diana, Princess of Wales, her dead mother-in-law, when Drew Barrymore speaks in gushing tones about her, you would expect that she would say, "Absolutely. No wonder you're delighted. She was a very special woman." Harry, note again how she refers to him as H because he's objectified, but Harry speaks so fondly of his mother. You know, she did talk about that premiere when she met you, and there might be a little amusing anecdote that Harry referenced or that he knew about in respect of that he would been told by his mother later. Or, if not that she might talk about something about Diana. She's an example to us all. She's such a compassionate individual. You're very lucky to have met her. I wish I could have met her. But you don't get any of that, do you? There's no praise of Diana, which demonstrates that this one's wife doesn't admire her at all. She doesn't care about her, only to the extent that she serves a utility for this one's wife. Furthermore, because she's not particularly bright, her narcissism isn't even able to latch onto something so that she can give a meaningful response. She's not minded to sing the praises of Diana because she doesn't care about her. She's envious of the fact that Drew Barrymore actually met her. And furthermore, not because this one's wife would necessarily wanted to have met her, but because it means that Drew Barrymore's got a great story in relation to Diana, Princess of Wales, and this one's wife is being overshadowed. That's what matters to her. And her only comeback is to go, oh my gosh, I'll tell H for sure. Notice when she says that, she looks away and down at the table. Future faking. She wouldn't mention it to Harry at all, because she doesn't care. And then, because she because she has nothing to say, because she's vapid, vacuous, and empty, you get that ridiculous laugh as if she's embarrassed. It's not embarrassment, it's just simply filler from her narcissism, because it doesn't know what she should do next. She hasn't got the intelligence to come up with something interesting to say. She doesn't have the desire to say anything about Diana, because she doesn't really have any interest in Diana other than utilising Diana for the purpose of controlling Harry and the world at large. I bet if you were to say to her, tell me 10 things about Diana, Princess of Wales, she wouldn't get beyond 3. Here, she's rattled by the fact that Drew Barrymore met Diana. And in that particular moment, she can't stand the fact that the attention is taken away from her and is on to Diana. And it also lays bare that she has no real, genuine admiration for Diana. She simply uses her like she uses everybody else around her. And her pathetic response of just giggling like a 13-year-old is also demonstrative of what a waste of space this woman is, and the preoccupation of the US media continuing to provide her with some kind of platform is both baffling and irritating. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for watching.